Miscellaneous Maddness by Dennis Davis. Episode 1. Opening scene starts with a wide view of Mondu Manor. Slowly moving closer, we get a view of the side garden and the front walkway. Moving down the walkway toward the double door entrance, we pass under an old yet fancy trellis. As the doors open, we see guests being helped by the front desk clerk. A maid passes by carrying a pail with cleaning supplies, heading towards the stairs leading to the guest room. A mother and her 2 children are heading to the breakfast room as the owner of the manor passes by, greeting them by tipping his hat to them.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Hopefully y'all enjoy this morning's breakfast.
If I could get these 2 kids to behave.
Well, now, child, we do have a nursery room that they can enjoy their breakfast in, so you could enjoy yours.
Well, now that is a good idea, and I just might make use of it. Thank you.
As the mother and her kids go towards the nursery, the owner heads to the breakfast room and to his usual table near the back corner with a perfect view of the side garden, which always looks lovely in the mornings with the dew resting on the roses and the dew-soaked spiderwebs trailing from twig to twig of the hollies. As the owner sits down on his favorite chair, he looks out at the garden, enjoying the view, until the elderly gardener walks by in his usual coveralls, with dirt and grass stains on his knees and dirt-caked boots. The owner shakes his head at the sight of the hard-working gardener. As he folds his newspaper in front of him, he looks across the table at another resident of the manor, the faithful weenie dog, drinking from his favorite mug while looking at the recent edition of People magazine. The owner raises his own mug in a toast to the new day, joined by the dog. The owner gives the dog a shooing gesture with his hand as the dog gets down and leaves. The owner signals the waiter over to his table and orders his favorite breakfast. The waiter turns and heads to the kitchen, where the cook is setting up for the morning orders that are to be coming in the next few hours. The waiter passes the order to the cook, who begins preparing the order by sending his assistant to collect eggs for the rush. The cook's assistant leaves the kitchen by the rear door, heading toward the chicken coop, scatting the weenie cat as it tries to enter the chicken coop as well. The assistant, as usual, grabs a tail feather of the chicken, plucking it, causing the chicken to lay 5 jumbo eggs. As the assistant heads in the door, the weenie cat runs by, heading past the kitchen to find its friend Sassy, the weenie dog. As the cat heads by the nursery, it stops and looks at the rowdy children playing with all the toys. The kids don't take notice of the cat, as they are too busy playing with random toys and drinking their juice. But little did the children know, they were being watched. For behind the bare door, the sock monkey peers out at the scene of the kids and their heinous acts. He pulls the door shut and decides to venture out later at a safer time. He sits down in his oversized recliner and accepts a drink brought to him by the waitress Barbie. As he begins reading the guest list for the day, deciding on whose room he shall invade first. As we transcend back to the main lobby, we witness the entrance doors opening. In walks the elderly gardener dragging his watering hose. He heads to the aquarium in the main lobby opposite of the desk clerk. The gardener stands beside the tank and slowly, foot by foot, begins feeding the hose up the side of the tank until it reaches the top of the 10-foot tall aquarium. As the hose crests the top, it dips over into the water and sinks to nearly a foot before the gardener stops pushing and the hose begins to flow fresh water into the tank. The gardener has always found it to be a strange thing to have an aquarium with squid, sharks, and all manner of strange fish swimming around. Not an appeasing choice of scenery for the first impression of this place, but such things were not his concern. His only concern left for the morning is to roll his hoes back into the shed at the back of the garden, then it's on to pruning the brown roses. As he heads out the entryway, we hear the phone on the front desk ringing. The clerk heads to it from behind an alcove by the desk. We hear him talking into the receiver.
Front desk? Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure they begin right away. No, ma'am. I haven't seen him yet. He may be having his breakfast. Yes, I'll tell him. You too, ma'am. Bye. If I had known I would have been a little errand boy, I would have taken this job.
We follow the clerk as he heads to the breakfast room. He enters and waves at the waiter as he heads over to the owner.
Sir, your wife is asking if you remember that you have a meeting with the second party regarding the rental of the ballroom and dining area.
No, I ain't forgotten. I am meeting them in less than an hour. Has my wife gotten up, or is she getting breakfast in bed again?
As usual, she is having it in bed again. I'll tell the cook to start preparing it for her.
Well, thank you, Sonny. You're a mighty big help around here.
As the clerk leaves, we watch as the owner finishes his breakfast and leaves a generous tip for the waiter. A scrawled note saying, "Beware of sock monkeys." The waiter watches as the owner leaves. He walks to the table to stack the dishes and clean the table off. He picks up the note and reads it.
I'll never understand that man and his humor.
The waiter walks to the kitchen with a stack of dishes. He sets them nearby the sink for the cook's assistant for later. The cook speaks to the waiter.
Hey, I got the lady's breakfast ready. If you want to go ahead and take it up to her.
Might as well, since I've got the dishes from the nursery also.
Well, don't keep her waiting, laddie. The lady's not nice when she waits.
The waiter departs, carrying the tray with the lady's breakfast, and heads towards the stairs. As he begins up it, we hear the maids arguing about which end of the hallway to begin cleaning. The waiter continues on as we follow the maids to the first room to clean. As they begin walking, Sassy, the weenie dog, waddles up to them to get a scratch behind the ear and a belly rub.
Aw, he's such a cute chubby dog.
I wish he'd keep out of the garden. It's becoming irritating when you leave paw prints on the clean floors.
Sassy leaps up and runs down the hall, leaving the maids to their duties. The first maid opens the door to a room.
Why do people leave these rooms in such a mess?
To make us work, of course.
Well, I guess I'll put the clothes in the hamper for them to sort out later.
I'll get the bathroom. You can make the bed.
Whose turn is it to touch the fishbowl?
Oh, my dear, it's yours. I've worked here too long to deal with those fishes anymore.
As the maids finish their cleaning and exit the room, we stay behind to observe the goings-on of a seemingly empty room. As soon as the door closes, we see movement from the clothes hamper. Just a little twitch of the lid and a small rocking motion before our attention is drawn toward the curtains surrounding the bed. The curtains flutter as if the wind was blowing, and suddenly a ninja rolls out from the curtains. He stands, looking around, taking in his surroundings, as he awaits his arch nemesis, the sock ninja. He moves towards the dresser to check the drawers, as suddenly the sock ninja leaps out of the hamper, landing into his most useful kung fu stance. The two ninjas circle, measuring each other to begin their attack. The curtain ninja leaps forward with a spinning kick, skillfully evaded by the sock ninja, who responds with a sweeping backhand, followed by a quick two-blow combo, both of which were quickly blocked and parried by the curtain ninja. They continue exchanging quick hits, which are either dodged or blocked. Meanwhile, we see two peering eyes and a silhouette coming from behind the blinds at the window. The blinds are moved aside as the blind ninja enters the room to join the fight. As he makes his way toward the ruckus, leading his way with his walking stick due to his actual blindness. He feels the presence of the sock ninja. Ever since that day, the sock ninja tripped him. The blind ninja swore an oath to make him pay. He swings his stick at the sock ninja, who accidentally avoids it by diving away to evade a roundhouse kick from the curtain ninja. The blind ninja stumbles forward, swinging expertly at thin air, trying to hit the sock ninja, who should be in front of him. As the blind ninja continues forward, the other two ninjas are exchanging blows, every other blow landing home. They continue to evade and fight like two highly trained cobras striking at each other. The blind ninja enters the bathroom, leaving away from the fight, when suddenly a pair of hands come out from under the bathroom mat that the blind ninja is standing on, and slowly begins rotating it, directing the blind ninja back towards the fight. The blind ninja heads back into the bedroom, swinging his stick and heading toward the window he came from. As the two ninjas continue the expertly skilled dance, they hear the sound of the floorboards creaking come from outside the room in the hall. As the curtain ninja is distracted by the sound, the sock ninja trips him, letting him fall back onto the bed. The sock ninja heads toward the dresser. As he nears the dresser, he opens the top drawer and disappears into the drawer. The curtain ninja, seeing that his opponent has fled, decides it is best for him to do the same before he is detected. So he parts the curtains on the bed and slips into them, vanishing. As the creaking footsteps grow louder and closer, the blind ninja slowly makes his way to the window, pulling the blinds away and slipping behind them to vanish. There is a gentle rapping at the door. With no answer being offered, the door opens and the waiter pokes his head in to see what was making all the noise. He sees nothing and decides to continue on down the hall, collecting what few dishes remain that the maids haven't gathered. He proceeds downstairs and heads toward the nursery. He enters and begins gathering the dishes left by the kids who recently ate their breakfast here. While he is collecting the dishes, he is being observed without his knowledge by the sock monkey. The sock monkey is patiently waiting for his chance to slip by unobserved. The sock monkey decides now is the best chance. So the monkey softly closes the bare door and creeps along the wall, heading toward the door leading out of the nursery. The sock monkey slips by without being seen and strolls down the hallway. While strolling along, he hears the weenie cat Duke and the weenie dog Sassy talking amongst themselves.
Hold, what doth the maid speak? Possible it were wrongly taken.
Never but it be true. Quoth me of what was said. Ye better keep out of the garden and off the clean floors.
Suggesteth desire for us to proceed to the ghastly garden to play foul and spitely through the earth? What saith and thinketh of you to this?
To this, I say, allow us to depart and begin, then what follows will be. By faith, good day to thee, Socko, but where art thou heading to? In search of the trinkets of where our to be liberated from our guests? What better way not to be caught? No, she will be done upon the old man discovering you, for he will liberate thee of thy stuffing. And by faith for thee forewarn of us upon the leaving of the maids, for we are spiteful and devious, and maliciously devilish doings. For were we on the planning for which the devil would smile, by yes, let us venture to the garden to complete our moose.
Proceed, my friend, and allow me to accompany thee. Although mayhem ensue, and upon this charge cry, God for Harry, England, and St. George.
Both begin laughing as they head out to the garden. The monkey watches as the weenies leave off, and he turns and continues his journey up the stairs, heading to the third room on the left. Coincidentally, it just so happens to be the same room the mother and her rowdy kids are in. Thankfully, they have left to explore the grounds around the manor, leaving the monkey enough time to rummage through their luggage to cause all manner of mischief. The sock monkey begins his mischievous and devious deed by investigating the mother's luggage: pants, shirts, undergarments, shoes, makeup, toothbrush, and toothpaste. To himself he thinks, why don't the adults have anything good in their luggage? The kids' luggage. Surely they have something to acquire. It might even be shiny. The sock monkey heads over to the other side of the room toward the kids' luggage. As it nears the chair that the luggage is in, the curtain moves ever so slightly. The window is not open, the monkey thinks to itself. It disposes of the idea and continues on its quest for items. It opens the first bag. Clothes and toiletries. Ah, there we are. The monkey lifts the first of many items it's hoping to find. A small toy car gleams and shines in the light. Suddenly, the monkey sees the movement from the curtain again. This can't be the wind, it thinks to itself. It heads to the window, when suddenly, the curtain ninja jumps out from behind the green curtains. The sock monkey doesn't know what the ninja wants this time, but is not going to wait around and find out. It takes off running to the bathroom, sliding under the gap at the bottom of the door. The curtain ninja watches the little monkey slip under and laughs at its feeble attempt to evade such a skilled ninja. The curtain ninja reaches for the doorknob and turns it, slowly pushing the door open. The ninja looks around in the bathroom, but does not see the monkey anywhere. He heads to the tub to look in. No monkey. He opens the drawers under the sink. No monkey. He checks the closet, the mirror, the drawers, the toilet. No monkey, no monkey, no monkey, no monkey. Where could that little thing be hiding at? Then comes a slight creak. Then another small creak. The ninja forgot the most important rule of searching for hidden enemies. No one looks up. The monkey, hanging from the light fixture, slowly turns the bulb. The ninja just stares in disbelief as the monkey looks at him and smiles. Then everything goes dark. The ninja can't see, but he can hear. But all he hears is his own pulse and water rushing through the pipes. Wait, water? Rushing? Pipes? Oh no. The ninja realizes what is happening after it's too late. The monkey has turned on the water in the tub. Clever little monkey. Hiding its footsteps behind the noise of the water, the ninja feels his way to the tub, finds the knobs, and turns the water off. Just as soon as the last drop of water hits the tub, the door opens and closes. The ninja runs after the monkey, rips open the door, and... oh... no monkey. But there is a maid. She stares at the ninja, The ninja stares at her. She screams and runs to the door. The ninja sprints to the window and doesn't slow down, but instead leaps with all his speed at the curtains. Bam! The ninja hits so hard, he and the curtains fall to the ground. The curtain falls around him, and that's all he needs to disappear. The screaming maid is joined by the older maid.
What's all this here screaming about?
I came in to replenish the towels, and some guy dressed in robed underwear comes rushing out of the bathroom. What else was I supposed to do? Run and give him a hug?
Well, you don't have to yell like a banshee. Where'd he go?
He jumped through the window.
Then the older maid walks to the window and peers out.
Well, he's gone now, so drop off the towels. Now let's get out of here and tell the old man what you saw.
As the maid drops off the towels and they leave, closing the door, the sock monkey comes out from behind the nightstand beside the bathroom door. It smiles at the slyness with which it so perfectly hid from the commotion that just took place. It heads to the door to leave when it hears a soft, hushed laughing coming from the mother's luggage. It turns to look at it as the sock ninja pokes his head out of the luggage. And then the sock ninja looks intently at the monkey as his head emerges, then his shoulders, then his whole upper body slowly appearing from the luggage. The sock ninja begins softly clapping. The monkey bows and heads out the door. As it creeps toward the nursery, it sees the mother and her kids heading in the door. Perfect timing on the monkey's behalf. As it opens the bare door, it turns and smiles at the old man sitting in the corner.
I tell you, monkey, you're one mischievous, evil little thing, and I approve of that.
As the owner watches the monkey go into its personal house, he laughs and stands.
Well, it's time to meet the second party.
As the owner walks down the hallway to the ballroom, he is met by his wife, who goes with him to the meeting. As they enter and greet each other, we move over to the indoor palm trees, where we see many, many spiders grouped on the limbs. As we watch the owner, his wife, and the second party walk around the ballroom, looking at all the features provided, the spiders watch vigorously as the group comes closer. The spiders crouch and tense up, getting ready to pounce on their opponents. As the group nears the tree, the spiders launch their attack.
As you can see here, there's plenty of room for a dance party or any other shindig.
I guess this will suffice. What about your catering service for that?
The wife and the owner look at each other, while the second party leader looks at them. All persons wearing a very puzzled expression.
Geez, honey, do you have to do that here and now?
Don't look at me. I didn't play the blunt trumpet. Had to be Mr. Johnny One Note over here.
The owner points at the party leader, who immediately defends himself.
It wasn't me. I have better manners than that.
Well, it don't matter who cut the cheese or stepped on the frog. Let's take this tour to the kitchen. You can meet the staff. Then we can discuss the rates and hours you want to schedule this thing.
As the group heads to the kitchen, we watch them depart from our company and continue on their way as we observe the front desk clerk conversing with the maid and discussing the cleaning lists. The older maid is grumbling and mopping the front entryway again. We move out the front door and see the weenies talking to each other, sitting on the grass with their muddy paws. The gardener is at the front gate, repairing a broken slat, and looks at us as we pan away and waves us goodbye. End of Act 1.141592. If you enjoyed tonight's story, please hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know what you think of it, and if you would like, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll see what comes next. See ya!